We're going to start off today with a healing. I'm going to put the banner on the bottom so you can see what we are offering today, what I'm offering today, what Spirit and I are offering today. So it is we. I invite you all to share, and for those who want to join in for the short meditation, please do. I think I will put on a tiny bit of music. So, if you haven't quieted your mind already today, or if you have and you want to do it again, like me, let's do that. And then we'll all leave the day behind and just join now. As we gather together as a collective from our heart centers. As we raise the vibration of the planet. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Breathe. Breathe. Relax. Allow any thoughts that drift in to float out on a cloud. Focus on your heart chakra and allow your energy to expand. Expand and connect to beautiful Mother Earth, the source energy, with our collective. We join together as a heart-centered collective to raise the vibration of the planet. This meeting, as we gather, all meetings benefit all of life, all of consciousness, all that exists, which is, of course, everything by its very nature. Inhale deeply so that you fill up your lungs. You can feel your lungs to their full capacity. Be gentle with yourself, but feel that fullness and then exhale. Visualize your roots, your energy from the base of your spine or the soles of your feet down, going deep down, down, down into Mother Earth. You are grounding, and your roots are expansive, and they go deep and far and wide and all connected. All connected. The roots of a tree are a communication system. Trees, plants, animals, they're all telepathic. Humans are all telepathic by their nature as well. They are trained out of it by programming. In this now reality, it is time for us to spend this time together in order to increase that ability to connect without all the chatter, without the conversation, the verbal conversation that often separates and distorts the true meaning of the energetic words. The communication energetically is the purest form, and that is our goal. To work with you as you Continue to raise your vibration, as one day language will be a thing of the past. Language as we know it. That language where if you don't speak the other language, that you're separated and you cannot communicate. That isn't how humans were created to be. We were all created to be a community, a collective, a hive of love and light and unity. And so we come and stand before you and channel through this medium, joining you whether you know we're here or not, for your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all. We'll be present in the background now. Thank you. Oops. Very, very, very powerful energy. Hey, Aiden, welcome. Hello, Taylor Washington, welcome. Heather, hello. Sophia, how are you? Wonderful to see you. Yes, absolutely. Please go ahead and do share this out. I'm trying to get my tea. I got my tea. Yes, please share, please share. Spirit said we're going live and we're going to be teaching. So they're here to answer all spiritual questions, general questions. Not reading. Reading is a reading, and a general question is a general question. Mm-hmm. And for those of you who don't exactly know what that means, that's okay. A lot of people don't. A general question is like something that is not specific to you. That's really it right there. A question that's specific to you, or a reading specific to you, the individual that is you, is a reading. The questions have to do with the collective and have to do with everything, all that is consciousness, life, spirit, death, but there is no death, but law of attraction, whatever you're trying to focus on. We can, spirit's here. They'll answer. They'll just channel through me. Now, whoever is donating for your April reading today, because that is what is on the table today, is April readings. All right, we still have 3 weeks left, just about, in the month of April. And so that is exactly what Spirit is going to be working with you on today. For those who are ready for your reading, we do offer PayPal and Cashapp and Facebook Pay. May I have a connection if you have time? Hi, Courtney. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She goes, welcome. Hope everyone is doing well. I would love to read for you. I will pin in the comments. Actually, it would be helpful if I actually did that. I'm going to, as I was just explaining, but I'm going to, hang on one second, everybody. I'll pin in the comments. Where is the... Give me a moment. You know what? I'm sure that we're going to work this out where... you, like Heather and Aiden, will be able to, if they're drawn, to help me to get set up for my live stream so that I'm not streaming and doing the tech, because I know if I asked you guys, you would do it, and I just haven't done that. So I anticipate doing that. So the tech and the copy and stuff. This way I can focus on what I'm here to do and not setting it up and all the time, which is great and it's awesome, but I feel like I'm not utilizing my talents and my gifts to the best of their ability if I'm constantly doing that. So they're teaching me how to delegate, which is, it's a thing. It wasn't something I was ever used to. Hi, Kimmy. Great to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Oh my God. All right. Let me do that. There is limited space available. First come, first serve. Okay, so general spiritual questions are free. So feel free to ask questions. All right, I will channel the answer to as many as I can. Readings will come first. Anyone who donates, you will go and be next on the list. We're doing the April psychic readings for the... I think I wrote that twice. That was redundant. April psychic readings for the month of April. Hang on one moment. Let me just fix that. There we go. That's better. Psychic readings for the month of April, only $25. And then April psychic readings with energy clearing and healing, only $33. Hi, Linda. How are you? Just like a general connection about my family and love life, please. I would love to. If you want to, the PayPal link is in the comments. I'm not doing free readings, so just so you know. But the PayPal link is in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to give you a full live reading about your family and your love life. Absolutely. The donation today is $25. If you want a healing and an energy clearing with that, it's $33. Again, it's in the comments. Please, guys, please go ahead and share. Shield Nova, how are you? So just let me know, Courtney, if you donate, when you donate, and you will be next. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being here, and you're welcome to stay. If you're drawn to be here, there's definitely a message for you. So a lot of times people think if they're not getting a reading for themselves during a live stream, that there's nothing there for them. And that's simply not the case at all. Spirit brings through messages for everyone. Anyone who's watching now or on the replay, there's a message in here for you. Maybe multiple. That's why you're drawn to watch this. You know, some people leave if they feel that they want a personal reading. That's fine. But I will let you know that if you, those of us who, let me not phrase it that way because it sounds judgy. If you, when you're ready, when you understand energy the way that it is in its purest form, you'll understand, and then you'll know that the messages are always there. You just have to have ears for them. But a lot of us aren't ready for that yet, and that's okay. That's okay. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. We're not all drawn to be in the same place. We're not all meant to be in the same place. Okay. All right. Good. Linda says, I am fantastic. Love to see you. I love to see you too, my dear. Oh, Kimmy shared. Thank you, Kimmy. And thank you, everyone, for sharing. You are all awesome. Let me go ahead and pin this. Let me share it to my story. Let me find us here on YouTube. Live streaming. Woohoo! Is it easy for you to spot a false psychic? Okay, so I see your questions on YouTube, Aiden, I didn't see it on StreamYard for whatever reason. I don't know. No problem. I'm glad that you. Oh, hello. Oh, really? Really? Already? Wow, we just got here, and we have a spammer. Okay, hold on. Let me just report them. It still astounds me that people think that it's going to actually get them clients, but I don't know. You know what? Sometimes we do things because we think, Jesus, I think that might be a bot. Because nobody, it just could be cut and paste. Yeah, like you guys would really appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. All right. At least some of them take the time to spam you individually. Occasionally, they'll even say something. Most of them are all cut and paste. Yes, I got dinged on Facebook by them. Oh, jeez. Well, I deleted them all just now. Now I don't. Oh, here it is. I just saw it. Hang on, where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. So we have a question. Let me turn off the music because now I've had enough of it. I like it, but I like it when I'm quiet in my mind, not when I'm. Anyway, we're good. Is it easy for you to spot a false psychic, like someone that will make things up just for views? I'm worried that I put my trust in a false one. We've talked about her before. Okay, well, as far as who it is, that doesn't matter. We certainly don't call anybody out. And I know you did not, and neither will I. I'm not even sure who you're talking about, and that's just as well. I don't need to know. I am going to answer this question. It's a great question. So hold on. But I'm going to get out of the way a bit. So, Spirit. Everyone is psychic. Everyone is intuitive. So the question, false psychic, is based on a false premise. However, feel what you're asking about are the intentions of the person, heart centered. Are they sincere? Have they done their own work? Are they here for your greatest and highest good? Are they? And some are. Some genuinely do make stuff up. I don't call them psychics. I would call them scam artists because, again, even though Spirit was just saying that everybody has the ability, not everybody has. Not everybody. You hang on. I was doing better when I was channeling. Hang on a second. Okay. Firstly, if you feel someone is not the genuine article, is not resonating with you, that's all you really need to know for you. Even somebody just starting out, okay, with a good intention, can pull a card or something. You'll learn something. You'll learn something. But I definitely would not. If someone is doing this work, see, we work for spirit. We work with spirit. Energy is moving. Those of us who are here, we work from the heart. We go through ginormous, not really a word, but it suits, amounts of energy clearing, of spiritual growth, dark night of the soul, whatever you want to call it. And we're out on the other side. Now, don't think for a moment that we're not still going through stuff. Those of us that are on the leading edge are still, there's always more challenges, there's always more contrast. We're in a world of polarity. That's what we're doing here in order to grow. So, but there's some of us that have intended, that came here with the intention to stand on the leading edge and to hold the light, so people can see the direction to go in, you know, to help you to find yourself. If anyone, there's a few signs, there's some symbols. First of all, if somebody tells you, oh, I've got a spell, there's something on, okay, not a spell. If someone is not doing all the knots, I don't know, I'm just going to go with whatever I'm saying. Because you have to feel them and feel it in your heart. Like when I read for you, when I talk to you guys, do you feel authenticity? I mean, if not, that's okay. You're what I mean. You're welcome to feel whatever you feel. But I know I'm coming from my heart. I know my intention when I'm here. Do I charge money for readings? Yes, I do. I've got to eat too. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm doing psychic work, and that's my work. That's my full time job. And I do my best as a single woman with a mother of four children, furry children, to, to create and generate income. So a lot of us, like myself included, still stumble and struggle with charging because the energy is flowing and what I want. But there's got to be a way, So those of you who are spiritual and want to do it for a living, until we transcend the whole monetary situation, so in order to live and eat and do and have things in life and whatever. But if anyone is doing it just for the money and they're not tuned into spirit, or they're not even trying, if they don't care, they just want your cash and they're going to blow it, and or that, right? That is, again, your gut will always tell you. The fact that you're asking me the question tells me that your gut has already told you. Now, you may not want to believe it. We know things. Okay. And I don't actually feel like you're a naturally skeptical person. I'm naturally skeptical. I've got to sometimes overcome that by saying spirit. But that's all right. Healthy skepticism is good. But I also feel that you're very open hearted and you want to trust this person, but you're not feeling it. You know, if I sat down, hang on a minute. Wait. Let me back up a moment. Yeah, spirit saying that's the bottom line. I could sit here and go through a list of, I could even create a video about that, top 10 signs to look for or whatever. But honestly, your gut is going to tell you, you know. And really, I really want to stress that now maybe not every reader will agree with me on this one, but I really feel drawn to say that it's important to be sober when you're reading. It's important because like alcohol is a very low vibration. It's by its very nature, it's low vibrational. It's dimming it's dimming you. So it is what it is. And I don't have to explain it. And I'm surely not alone in this belief. I've heard it from people that have been going to spiritualist churches for many years. I'm not saying everybody follows this rule, but I personally, anything that removes me, that will mute any part of me and my senses, is not going to serve me receive spirit and to serve you. So when you're numbing yourself, then you're doing the opposite of opening to feel spirit. I believe in plant medicines and things like that, but everything has its place. And I don't drink, but I did once like it. I never liked it, actually. I just did it because I didn't know how to freaking exist as a super sensitive person in this world, especially going out to be social. So that's why I drank, and I would hold my nose and swallow it, and just to get drunk so I could be friendly and talk to people. That's the truth. That's the only reason that I ever drank. And I didn't do it a lot, but I was a bartender because that gave me the opportunity to make money and to be there talking to everybody and having fun and not have to drink. Um, but there's many, even no matter what it is, no matter what it is, if something is hindering you from being your clearest, you want to be the clearest receptor that you can, an empty vessel. In fact, you want to be an empty vessel as much as possible to allow spirit's messages to flow through you to your client. Okay, or maybe I do it mediumistically. Okay, I tune into my guides and they give me the information. But maybe you do it heart to heart, where you're tuning in just to the auric field. That's fine too. Most psychics do that. If every medium is a psychic, but not every psychic is a medium. Although I believe anyone can do it with practice. But anyway, I definitely believe anyone can do any of these things. But I also liken it to a concert pianist. I believe some people are naturals at certain things. We came here with the idea to do it, the intention. I mean, some of us have done this in other lives, maybe many other lives, maybe which of course are concurrent. There's different. There's going to be different, not levels to compare one another from, but like for example, maybe someone is really just like, oh my gosh, really can communicate about the law of attraction, and and they can really express themselves and help you to understand it, and just because of their perspective and the way they communicate, they can help you grow. Okay. And maybe there's someone whose gift is medium, like evidential mediumship, where the kind where, like, I've got your grandfather here, he's smoking a cigar and he's saying that he left some cash for you in the drawer, and his name is Herman. Okay, there's that. That's and and people are trained to do this, but some people are really natural. Some people are born, they're in the cradle and they're like, oh, I see dead people, you know all right. No, I'm a medium too. I didn't see dead, people. I was talking to spirit though since the time I was a baby. That I was. Anyway, so I feel for all of us, each of us, as we grow and do the work, the self-awareness, when as we grow and we do our work, we find our own gifts that we're passionate about. But if you're like stuffing your face with meat, and you're because with the reason about meat, now it's not condemning anybody that eats meat. I ate it most of my life, but the reality is everything is energy. And when animals are killed, or even, and I'm not going to go into any detail, but the process that the humans go through and that the animals go through before they're even killed to be put and packaged for you to eat is traumatic for them. And you eat that energy when you consume meat, any kind of an animal that passed in that kind of a traumatic way. Just like if you were hanging out with somebody and they went through a horrible trauma, or you walk into a room, right? Maybe you're in a house, maybe the haunted house, right? Or known as, or maybe you're like, oh my God, this place is horrible, I can't be here. That energy, you feel it. So why would you feel it externally if you can't feel it, if you can't feel what you're consuming? So when you consume something that died traumatically, you're going to feel that too. You're don't well I feel that you're going to feel it one way or another. But that's not to say don't do it, or don't ever do it. I would recommend, if you're going to eat meat, eat um, like grass fed. They're out on the prairie. They're well taken care of, and everything is organic, and there's no hormones and stuff like that. But I want to encourage you to adopt a more plant-based life, even if it's just one day a week that's all plant-based or something like that. Anything, even one more plant-based meal of a day. It's going to, you know why? Because live food is going to help you open and expand your gifts. Dead food helps you to close down, like alcohol and heavy meats and stuff like that. Like if you had a big Thanksgiving or pot roast dinner or something like that, and then you want to go do psychic readings, you're going to be like, whoa, you know. And that's just the energy. It takes a lot for your body to process that too. We don't want to forget about that. Your body has to physically process, and while it's physically processing and using all this energy to take it to remove, do whatever it does. I'm not a doctor or a scientist. To do what your body does when it digests food, that's why a lot of people are like, oh my God, I gotta go to sleep, I gotta lay down, I'm so tired. So that's not the time you want to do a reading either, because you're certainly not at your best. And most people are definitely not, I would never even think about after eat. I like to overeat sometimes. Sometimes I'll eat, why not? But, and I don't mean over, but I mean like to a point of, oh my God, I'm so full. Even if it's not, I'm not eating meat, but that's not, but I mean, I could eat a lot of rice and plant-based stuff. Sometimes I like plant-based meat or whatever. And if I eat a big bowl, I'd be like, oh my God. And that's not what I do before I go live. Today I had some gluten-free toast with organic jam, and it was pomegranate and blueberry, and it was really good. But it was light. I was starving, and I didn't want to be hungry the whole time I was with you. That doesn't work for me either. So there's got to be a balance. I know I fully went off topic here. Did that answer your question? I hope I shared something important here. Okay, let me just check trust here. Okay, the microphone is better now. Oh, I didn't know there was something wrong with the microphone. Shoot. I hope it's all right. Let me go back because I've just been like chatting. Okay, hold on. All right. So it says, I feel your authenticity from you. Thank you. By the way, the audio breaking up, that was spirit learning. They're practicing too, to work with the energy of the technology. Yeah, my guides say that. And then yesterday, when I was in beautiful, my soul sister Debbie Charlton's advanced trance class, and she did a demonstration for us, I was blown away. And I was hosting it. She asked me to host it so she could be in trance and bring her guides through. And her guides did the same exact thing, that they're working with the technology. You know, um, let's see. Linda says, and Aiden says, I feel the authenticity from you. So that feeling of heart-centered authenticity, and you may have also felt it with Kimmy. I don't know, but I feel like I know I feel it with Kimmy, and you said you like her too, so I feel you probably feel it with her. You know how that you're getting to know what authenticity feels like, heart, and it isn't just for readers; it's for like anybody, you know, maybe a new friend or something. But specifically, if you're going to ask advice, I encourage you to ask your own guides. But if you're going to ask another human to channel spirit from like source energy for your highest and greatest good, the highest vibration, you want the energy and the information and the direction and the guidance from the highest vibration. Do you really want it from something that's like a lower energy? Like it's not like they're not there. You can get information, but it's not going to be for your greatest and highest. I always encourage you to follow your heart. Feel it. If it feels good and nobody's saying to you, you must go through me, or you must do it this way, or you must come back next month for so and so, I literally, it's probably stupid, but oh no, I should never say that word. It's probably not for my best business interest to do it, but I often tell people you can do your cord cuttings on, because I do emotion. Well, that yeah, I do energetic cord removals. I have to invite you. You need if you get a reading, and I'm drawn to offer it. That's how I do that. I don't just let people book that, but because I specifically work with certain clients it doesn't even matter right now. If you're drawn to get an energetic cord removal from me, just inbox me and we'll talk personally. What is that? Okay, great. One moment. Sorry, I was talking to the YMCA earlier. I was saying, do you still take the silver sneakers? And they only reply every few hours, so I just want to continue that earthbound conversation is important too. But I a little bit. So anyway, yeah, find that feeling. You I mean, honestly, if you think about like heavy drugs or alcohol, anything that numbs you, I don't know, heroin, narcotics, whatever, alcohol. I'm just saying. And you think about these things and how they bring in your auric field and they close you down. They close you down. So you're not, it's not, listen, this is my understanding of it. And if somebody else disagrees, that's okay too. You don't have to agree with me. This is my truth. This is my truth. This is how I feel. I'm not alone in this. If I was, it would be okay too, just so you know. But when you there are certain things. I don't do hallucinogenics I've never tried ayahuasca. I would think it would be amazing for some people. Okay, I don't need that. I'm already really connected. And that scare the thought of it just scares me. I was born not wanting to do that ever. Even though my brother was, well, actually he didn't do it either, but he was in the hippie generation. um, but I was a kid and I would see these things, and even though I partied when I was older, I wasn't drawn to do that. So I've always known that why am I talking about myself again? Let's go back to you guys. All right. So there are certain things, even in the moment, even some like CBD, or I don't know, some certain things you might find help you expand. That's very possible. I tried something recently. I can tell you specifically. I tried something recently called Delta 8. And now, while I wouldn't live stream on it, and I didn't do any readings on it, I channeled on it. I wasn't even trying to. I wasn't looking for any answers about anything specific. I was just feeling it and seeing, and then I started to see visions clairvoyantly. And then if I had a question, the answer was just there. I realized when I was taking that over the counter, by the way, it's totally legal in Florida. I don't know about other states or countries, but legal here. Buy it right in the store, and it's like some kind of derivative of hemp, but it's legal. I don't know how they do it anyway, but it's really so. This thing made me aware. So I would have a question about something like even like your question just now. Like, how do you? I wouldn't. That wouldn't be my question because I know this answer already. But let's just say I had a question like that. Like, oh, how do you tell this? And then the answer just comes, and I realize, God, my God, I'm not blocking anything. The filters are off. The filters are off, and I feel that when people do plant medicine like ayahuasca and those things where you're guided and with a professional, and I think that's cool too. But I feel that that's the main reason I feel is to expand and open up and see, and where you're not filtered anymore and you can just receive the information. I don't know. That's what I would think, but that's what I got with that. And I don't do it often. I mean, because it makes me very introverted, and I definitely would, don't want to chat with people about it. And some, it didn't even make me that creative. It made me really open. Like it was a journey, so that's not, but anyway, but that's something. And I got off on a tangent there. If anybody wants I don't sell it, of course, but I can guide you to well, I use Koi. It's KOI. That's the brand that I like and I buy from, and I think it's quality product for what it is. So there you go. If that interests you. um but it's definitely, you don't want to drive on that, you don't want to do it at work. And um but again, you don't see me sitting here doing live streams like, hey man, ooh, hey. But you know what, if there are people that do, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. There'll be something to learn, but I wouldn't want direct guidance. I would probably learn, I don't know, like what I would do differently. I don't know, but I could be wrong, maybe. All right, who's next? Linda says, I highly agree. Everyone has something to offer. If that does not resonate with you, you move on and to someone that does. We are all learning. Heartfelt, always with C. Thank you. And Kimmy, I know they resonate with their groups. Yeah, we definitely come from our hearts. It's a ongoing growth process. You know, it's ongoing, and there are some days that I feel more aligned than others. You know, and and you may feel that too, and that's always okay. But my intention every reading is to bring through heal. That's my intention for my whole business, is all my readings. That's what Spirit said. Suddenly I'm from New York. I said, all my readings are for your highest and greatest good. That is the intention of my readings, for your highest and greatest good. Coming from the highest source energy, the highest energy. I shower, I meditate, I do trance, I work on my, I eat light, I eat healthy, I work on my vibration all day long. And so when I'm sitting here with you, I've done my work. I didn't just sit there, I don't know, chug a beer, eat a steak. And forgive me if you're doing that. That's and you're going live. That's fine too. But I'm just saying, for C. Megan Michael, that's something just that would work against what I'm doing. It would be into my detriment, and it would be to your detriment if I'm trying to read for you, and So these questions are cool. I'm glad you guys are here. There's so much that Spirit wants to share with you guys. And that's why they keep telling me, inspiring me, guiding me strongly to set up a class, intuitive development class. It's interesting. All this time I was worried about teaching it. I do that anyway. I do it naturally when I'm here with you guys, but I don't. But for me, the word teacher, it had a triggering effect. And the other day I was actually doing a reading for a wonderful medium. But he said to me, what was it that he said to me? Hang on a minute, it was really good. Oh, he said, Spirit's the one teaching. I didn't even ask him the question. It came out. And when he was telling me Spirit's the one, Spirit wants to teach through you. But he said, Spirit wants to wanting to teach through you, and you're already doing it. And that made me just stop right in my tracks. I'm like, all this time I had all this mental hoopla going on in here, blocking me from taking the next step, from growing. My next growth experience is to be in a group and teach or guide. The word teach still doesn't really roll off my tongue. To guide, to facilitate. There you go. I like that word. It's a better. Facilitate. To facilitate. Yes. Yeah. I'm here to facilitate. And as an earthbound spirit guide, I don't like the word earthbound either, but I'm definitely a spirit guide in my next life. So it means I'm doing it now. So now this one I'm on the earth, and I'm like learning as I go. So trust your gut. Yeah, see, exactly. Like Kimmy said, trust your gut. All right. Heather says, I think so. Any substance that alters the mind can interfere. I feel that way too. Ian says, can you tell us about your previous past lives? And is it possible to look at a future lifetime? Oh God, it's possible to look at future lives, past lives. We'll talk about that. We'll talk more about that, not right this second, but we'll talk more about other lives. You have great questions. You're such an old soul, Aiden. You're such an old soul. You've been boggling my mind since we met. Aiden is. Do you mind if I share your age? I mean, I don't think it's a secret. You're pretty open about. But anyway, just let me know if I can share your age, because I think it's incredible. This incredible young man who's so open and so intuitive, and I feel like you're just at the beginning of your journey to remember who you are and all that you are. And I'm just so excited to be here at this part of your journey, because wow, you've done this before. Let me take a look here. I'll get back to that. Linda says, we all have clairs. Some gifts have just started learning. Some gifts have exploded. And I also want to invite you guys to tell Spirit what you want. When I've always been claircognizant and clairaudient. Those are my naturally strongest clairs. But I said, I want clairvoyance. I want to see visions. I want it. And so I just started stating that I had it. I told Spirit I wanted it. And then I said, thank you for my clairvoyance. Yeah. I mean, it started pretty much right away. Clairaudience sometimes too. I don't ask for that as much but you know what else I want? I want to like connect with galactic beings. I want to see them, but it's a very gentle, the same thing as I want to see Spirit next to me, but at the same time, they know I kind of don't, because it's kind of scary, because that's a thing. I'm not used to that. I've never seen Spirit manifest physically. Now I can see Spirit moving, and I can see them in images and in video now too. And I can see them in trees and nature and everything, but I just haven't seen anybody. Maybe they're here. I'm sure they're here right now, like sitting right here. I'm like, oh hi, let me just touch your head. That would be interesting, and I want that. And I want that, and I'm becoming more open to it all the time. So spirit helps us to evolve. So for me, I know they've been desensitizing me over many months. Some of that included things I really would not have wanted to see. Like in real life, like something, and I'm like, why did I have to see that? And then I'm like, oh, desensitizing. But it's really important. If you want something like that, just because you want something doesn't mean you're ready to receive it. It's right there for you. You have to be in the same frequency of what you want. Okay. Ada Kelly says the meat is usually tough, not tender. Okay. And thank you for that. See, I feel their suffering in here. Oh, I know you feel that. I know that's like your mission, girlfriend. I know you do. I know. I do my best not to think about it. But I do my best to do what I can do to help them without focusing on their current situation. I'm working to create a new situation by living my life and sharing as I share, and that's how I do it. So I have the same mission. I just come from a different perspective, I believe. Yeah. But I feel you, girlfriend, and I know you're totally vegan, and I honor that. I'm not totally vegan. I'm still eating some eggs and whatever. Sometimes I don't eat eggs for years. So anyway, recently I had a couple. I'm just open. I'm just open to whatever because I don't want to. What if I can't ever imagine myself wanting a piece of meat again. But I had chicken like 6 months. No, on my birthday. It was actually my birthday. Yeah. We went to because a new thing opened in town and I really wanted to try it. And Diane was like, "Do you want to do it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I had to align with it." I'll tell you, it was a mental thing for me. I had to align with it, but I aligned with a sandwich, so it whatever, a little bit. I wanted to try it, and then I found out that they not them. I'm actually mixing two stories. Strike that. Let's not move. Let's not talk about that. Anyway, I just don't like labels. I don't like labels. They're limiting, and we honestly we can anything we do in this life is okay. There's no judgment from spirit. There are things that are for your greatest and highest good in the now moment that are better for you than other things. Okay. But there's nothing bad. It's only your judgment, your perception, the lens that you're looking through. Bad and good. They don't exist. Only through your lens. Everything is neutral. Everything just is. That includes things that let's go for the most extreme thing I could think of. The Holocaust. Even that happened. And it wasn't judged by spirit. It's contrast that helps us to grow, and that that one gets me. That's why I can't. But there's many situations like that in life. With indigenous people, with with African Americans, with all the different with different races, with the Jews. I mean, my God. So there's been this kind of contrast throughout the millennia, helping humans to grow. Now, let's talk about this for a minute, being we brought it up. Thank you, Spirit. So, why did it happen? Did anything good come out of it? Or did everybody just die and suffer? Did anything good come out of it? I'm going to leave that with you. Did anything good come out of all these tragedies? Any kind of growth, like as a collective, as a world, as a generation, as a culture? So, everything is actually neutral, and it's your perception, and you can choose not to judge it. It's a little hard as a human because we're born to discern things. But there's a difference between discernment and judgment as I perceive it. But let's go to the next comment. Francis James says, those who take drugs might think it is a way to touch the spirit easier, but it kills the vessel faster. I understand what you're saying. Some drugs, however, from the earth are not drugs that are bad. I agree. I use kratom every day. So that, in fact, kratom is a leaf. It's a leaf from a tree. They dry it out, and then you take it. It's powder. That's how I take it. You could actually just make it into a tea. That I take every day, and that has helped me for 7.5 years now, to eliminate anything, any antidepressants, any painkillers, anything. Nothing, everything. It just did everything. Kratom is a plant that does everything my mind, my brain, my physical body and brain needed. And so I don't need anything. I don't need any of the pharmaceuticals. Rarely will I take an Advil. I did recently. I needed one. I don't know if I needed it as much. Oh, yes, I did. I don't know. Maybe I did. My friend Diane brought me over a couple. So anyway, so I took it, but it was an Advil. I used to pop those things like a few times a day just because I had a pain, as if pain is a bad thing. How many of you judge pain as a bad thing? When you feel pain and you judge it as bad? And if not, why? How do you perceive it? Linda says all drugs are made from nature and people. It's all life. Not all, I don't agree with the first part of what you're saying, with all due respect, Linda, that all drugs are made from nature, because a lot of things are chemicals, purely chemicals. And they even try to, like, I know one of the big pharma companies was trying to make a chemical version of kratom, which is a leaf, like I said, but they're trying to make just like they tried. I don't know if this still exists. There was something back in the 80s. I had a friend. I use the term loosely because it was a time when there was a lot of partying going on. But I had a friend and he had AIDS, and and he had a lot of prescriptions, a lot of prescriptions. One of them was called Marinol, and that was a synthetic marijuana that was legal for certain patients. So while marijuana at the time could put you in jail, right now it's legal in most places. You can buy it from the doctor. But at the time, it would put you in jail. But he had these little orange pills that he would take. I tried one. My God, that was incredibly powerful. But there wasn't any plant in that. It was all chemicals. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I'm not a pot smoker, but anyway, but that was something I tried at the time. That's what I did, stuff like that at the time. I definitely did a lot of that. Not that one, but I did drugs. Oh my God, I did some stuff when I was younger. I was looking for a way out. I was looking for a way out. Out of the body. I was looking to go. Yeah, I was. I didn't know how to handle this life, and I didn't perceive. I didn't perceive any support, and I didn't believe that anybody could relate to me, or I could relate to anybody. And I didn't know for sure that I was any kind of power, or that I could talk to dead people. Nobody's dead. That my father wasn't really gone. That he's really with me. I missed him so much. I just wanted to be with him again. So all those kind of things. So a lot of us, whether it's food or alcohol or drugs or sex or some other working out addiction, starving addiction, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of addictions and things that we as humans we use to stuff down and mute the pain of this life. Is so painful to so many of us that are really sensitive. But that's not the way. That's does the exact opposite. I think James said something about that a few minutes ago. It's just exact opposite. Yeah. So 19. Okay, so we're going back to 20 minutes ago. Thank you. Yes, Aiden is only 19 years old. This young man is 19 on May 2nd. He's not even, you're still 18? Oh my God, that's even younger. He's 18 years old. This young man is 18 years old. Look at the questions that he asked. He's such a wise one. I love this. I love this because I know, I'm 57 years old. Okay. I know one day I'm going to croak. I'm going to go back home. I'll be like, hey, I'm a spirit guy. Maybe I'll be Aiden's spirit guy. I'll be there. Hey, because you are going to be, on the leading edge. I feel like you're going to be there way before then, but because I plan on being here for a while. But I also really feel that you are I feel that I'm here in your life to help you remember who you really are. Yeah. And to help you gain and reestablish yourself as the intuitive being. Hang on, let me see what they want to say. Speaking of past lives, let's see what they want. Where they want. I'm getting kisses. I love you too. Can I kiss you first? The nicest boy ever. He's the nicest boy in the whole wide world. Look at that sweet face. Look at Mr. Puppy Pants. I love you. He's like, I'm not going to kiss you on camera. I just won't do it. I'm a grown man. But in private, he's like, oh, slurp, slurp, I love you. He's so sweet. Mommy's on camera right now, baby boy. Mom is doing live stream. Oh my God, I just showed you I really need to tidy up this office. But whenever I'm here, I'm like hanging out with Spirit or doing something else. tidying up is not my favorite thing. Oh God, now I'm going to create a reality I don't want. All right, I love to tidy up. Yes, I do. I love to clean. And laundry, let me tell you how much I love doing laundry. I'm laughing at myself. Oh, I'm good at it though. When I do a great job. And when I do it, I really do enjoy it. And it goes by like that. And then I'm so in alignment, like all kinds of good things happen. That ever happen to you? Yeah. Heather says, I think he shared his age on one of the lives. I think so too, but I wasn't sure. So I wanted to, because especially since he's under 21, I really wanted to make sure that he said it, not me. I don't even know. He's definitely the youngest viewer, but when I say youngest, I don't feel that age in your energy. I do not. You are an old soul. I feel like we come from the same place. You know, there's many places. It's interesting. They're showing me that you, Aiden, in ancient Egypt right now. I was also in ancient Egypt. I'm sure many of us were. Um, hmm. Okay, so I've. Is that? Are you right? I'm double checking. I'm double checking the info. Hang on a second. They're saying a position of power, an advisor to the pharaoh, because they're showing me the pharaoh. I'm like, he was the pharaoh, but I don't. They're saying you were an advisor, and they're saying an orator. You're an excellent speaker. You're an advisor. You had the ear. They're showing you had the ear of uh, of the pharaoh at the time. Was there a Ramses the second? I don't really know the history, but I just heard Ramses the second. Actually, that's what I heard. The whole thing. So I'll leave that with you for now. I wonder if I would, because I was in the I had a at one point I was a little boy in the temple, and my sister's name was Urkit, and another medium friend of mine, who is not for hire, which is like I see her work and I'm like, oh man, you could make a gazillion dollars. But anyway, she's retired totally, but she does mediumship portraits when she's drawn, and she was drawn, and she said, and she made me one of her kit. I can show you. I've probably shown you before. Most of you have seen her kit before. Anyway, she was my big sister in that life. Okay. Linda says, yes, we keep growing as a collective. Women have come along. Oh, that's right. Women. I forgot about women when I was talking about all the groups. Jeez, and crackers. It was only like 50 years ago that they were in the kitchen. you know, there's still things going on, with pay, and I don't know, man. That's wow. Yeah, yeah. Women have come a long way in men's world perspective. Yeah. We grow individually, community, society, worldly too. We grow spiritual through these events. Yes, 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 we do. Heather says, I think part of the collective lesson growth is to take our collective power back. I like that. A lot of what happens comes through implied consent, participation, fear. Yes. And because we plant those dualistic seeds for future manifestation. That's really deep. Give me a second. I have to read it again without reading it out loud. Yeah, yeah, implied participation, consent, fear. And we've all agreed to that. We've all agreed to that. We planted the dualistic seeds. Yeah, I really feel drawn to say that I know the reason I'm here. I feel like many of us here today, here now, and you might be here now, right now on the 4th of the 11th of August, at nearly 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Trixie. Or you might be here now in 2050, watching this on the replay. But those of us here now, we're here to change that, to change the narrative, to change. It will always be a planet of duality, but not the kind of duality that we experience now. There will not be war. People will not be killing each other. That's something that we have as a collective put together. Hey, Diane Taddy, thank you for that comment, Heather. It's great. All of your comments are great. Oh my God. Who croaks but never dies? Kermit the Frog. That's great. I love that. Thank you, James. Oh my God, that's so funny. That is so funny. Kimmy got it. Kimmy got it. And I thank you so much for being in my life. You helped me so much, and I am glad to call you my friend. Aw. I have always called myself ageless. I do that with myself as well. I know I have mentioned my age mentioned many times on camera recently. Must be a reason for it. But I truly consider myself ageless. You know, I honestly okay. So if I'm being honest, I have to realize that the number recently kind of like triggered something like my besties are grandmas, and like when I said I want to adopt Aiden, he would be my grandson. He wouldn't be my son, very likely. Like it would be very difficult. You know what I mean? And I don't. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm realizing that as a human, I have. Oh, there we go. Hang on, we got one. Like a spider at a fly. Just kidding. Not really. There's another expression that I'm gonna just remove that person who's spamming. Smoking in the boys' room. Yes, indeed. We were smoking in the You know what? Do you remember that song? Hang on one second. I'm just blocking this person and deleting their ridiculous spam. Oh, but she's got an important message. Oh my God, it's so important. It's so important. It's the same one for all 10, 15 people that I spammed. Oh my God, it's important. She's been here before, so that means she keeps getting a new account. I recognize the name ASC. So that means she just keeps starting brand new Facebook accounts. That's another thing. If you want to know about false psychics, look at how much if they're on Facebook, this is like a specific Facebook. How long have they been doing this? When did they start their account? Do they have any clients? Do they have any feedback? Do they have a picture of somebody and then you look at where they're from and it's like couldn't possibly be them. Like there's this country, but that person, like, yeah, you're gonna find, keep your even with Facebook friends, I invite you. Spirit saying, don't be gullible. Somebody's going to say things, and all those things on Facebook. I have to share where somebody messages you or just publicly writes, "Oh, you're so lovely. I want to be your friend. Would you be so kind as to friend me?" If they're blocked and they can't friend people, there's a reason for that. And I don't know the details because I don't focus on. Well, I can call them conspiracy theories, but most of that stuff is based on truth. I don't focus on the negativity intentionally, but I see those things often, and I'm like, I hope people know. But Shayna Honeybee, oh my God, it's Shayna. Hey, how are you? How are you? How are you? All right, so ignore the spam thing. Yeah, I wonder how many times. And if that's the same person, she changes her picture and her name daily. Every live stream, a new picture and a new name. All right. Heather says, yes, we are here to facilitate a shift. Indeed. And the advisors to Ramses II was somebody named, how do you pronounce this? Hui and K. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm doing my best. Instead of saying I don't know how, I'm just saying I'm doing my best. There you go. Okay. He's doing his homework here. My energy is drawn to the first one, the first name, Huy. I'm feeling very strongly a pull from my throat chakra and my heart chakra to that name. See if it resonates with you. Remember, just see if it resonates with you. Okay, let me see. Cool. Now, if anybody donates and you want a reading today, this is a great time for your April reading. Also, doing so. The April reading is $25, and the April reading with energy clearing is $33 or 33, whatever. Anyway, but that's what's on the table, and you can see that. And I have PayPal and Cashapp. Let me know which one you use, and you will be next. In the meantime, if you have spiritual questions that are general questions, like the excellent questions that are being asked tonight, those are free, and we'll just keep talking about spirit. And if anybody wants a reading, I'll put you first. The conversation will stop. We'll do your reading, and then we can go back to the questions. Okay. I feel very drawn to read for somebody tonight. You'll know. You'll know if it's you. But if you're being called, if you feel like, oh, well, should I get this reading tonight? I'm feeling that for you, whoever you are. I'm feeling the energy. All right. Lisa says, I don't know why I'm here. Okay. Okay. Welcome. I had a death experience. I coded at 24. I went to a bright place that was so nice, temperature perfect. And I was saying to myself, this is nice. All pain was gone. Didn't see anyone. I saw myself. Hmm. Then they brought me back. And as I came back, I heard big suction and all the pain hit me. Yeah, because you were back in your body. So you were feeling all that pain. Wow. Wow. When they brought you back to life. It's my understanding that the birth experience is shocking for us too as we come in, especially when we're those of us that are born in hospitals and slapped by a doctor, with overhead lights and stuff like that, or taken away from the mom. These are things that we never even thought of, right? As a collective, or maybe some people did. I wouldn't have thought about it when I was younger. And now I'm like, oh my God, because there are other cultures that don't do that. And then there's a lot of people now that are having natural birth of all different kinds, and it's serving. So you're talking about death. See, death and birth are so tied together because there is neither one really exists, because this is an illusion. We're living in a, oh gosh. So you could say the Matrix. It's a perceived reality. So who is it that says? Is it Bashar that says, like, when you dream, that's your real state, and when you're awake, like we are now, we're actually dreaming. Of course, everything is perceived as very real, and in this physical dense reality, we feel things like pain, pleasure. You know, we believe in separation, so we feel loss or love or excitement. There's things that we experience because we live in this polarized dualistic world that other beings don't experience. We really are on the leading edge of creation because of it, but it's really a hard place to incarnate. Earth is a really challenging place to incarnate because of that, but it's also like the accelerated course. you know um So you're saying you don't know why you're here, like on Earth, like why you're still physical, because you were meant to be here. You were, it wasn't your time. You were meant to have that experience, Lisa. You were meant to experience that. Like we were talking earlier, I don't know if you were here for that, about things happen, like all kinds of things that are perceived as bad or horrible or traumatic. And I'm not, yes, a lot of these things affect people, but that's not the point. Is that there's no judgment there. So you dying isn't a bad thing or a good thing unless you perceive it to be. If you perceive it to be a good thing, what did you learn? How did you grow? This, and look what I mean, just right there. You're like, I know there's an afterlife because I was already there at 24 years old. Just that right there is so huge. And the knowledge that as soon as you were back in your body, they felt the pain. You realize what you're bringing through, Lisa, is evidence. You're bringing through evidence right there of spirit. Your evidence of the afterlife, evidence. That's amazing. And that's just regular conversation. That's important. That's really important, because it's stories like yours that make people say, really? And then so many people, and then maybe they experience something like it and they're like, oh my God, I mean, there's a reason for that. It's, and of course, yes, it can be traumatic at the time. And if it was for you, I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to take anything away from that. But I really feel, just in the way you're talking about it, that you've just grown exponentially, but you remember it so distinctly. Good stuff. Who's next? Santa Barbara Maslar. Hi, and welcome. Thank you for being here on YouTube as well. I am new, looking for spiritual advice. So give me 1 second. I have to finish this one conversation first. All right. Lisa said, I was with my son and I knew he was dying. Oh my. And he said, Mom, I can't see. And I said, wait a minute. I said, what do you mean? He raised his hand and he swiped it in front of him. Everything's white. It hit me. He was out of pain. Oh my God. I just screamed. I'm not scared to die. So wait, okay, so you coded at 24, and then later in your life, you were there when your son died. And you were there to hold space for him. And you knew he was out of pain. You knew. You knew he was with spirit. He was home. And you know what that feels like. You know what it feels like to be in spirit. So your son transitions and you're there with him. And energetically, you're supporting him in a way that is profound, but and infinite, but also the physical you, the you that is Lisa Street at this time is able to connect with him as the physical boy or man that he is. Or, well, he's not physical now, but he is still there. He's right there. He's present, very present, very present. And you were there. It was very important. You agreed to this. You agreed to both these things. You agreed to these situations as a physical, as a spiritual being, having a human experience. You would agree to this contrast, um, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but you're helping a lot of people. You've helped each other, and you're helping a lot of other people, and you're going to continue to. I feel, yeah. I'm not afraid to die. Send $25. Diane is next. Thank you very much. And Santa Barbara, I want to let you know that I am doing live readings tonight. So the spiritual questions are free. If you have any general spiritual questions, Spirit and I are here to answer them. We're going to do that every Monday, I think. I think it's going to be a thing. Every Monday, free spiritual Q&A. And as far as the readings, those are available for you as well. All right. So if you want a live reading tonight, I'll be here for one more hour. And so I will do the readings first, and then we'll continue with the spiritual Q&A. The donation for the reading tonight is $25, and that is a reading for April. And if you'd like the reading with the energy clearing, it is $33.33. I take PayPal and Cashapp as well as Facebook Pay, and those are linked in the description. I know you're seeing because you're on YouTube, so it'll be in the description of the video. All right, and please feel free. I invite you to, if you like the content, to subscribe to like the video and subscribe to my channel. If anybody hasn't subbed yet to my YouTube channel, please do. That is really important and deeply appreciated. All right, and okay, all right, excellent. So stick around. I've got a reading to do, and then I'll come back and you can ask your question. Okay, all right. As long as it's a general question. If it's a personal question, then donate for the reading, and I'll be glad to do that too. All right, so let me remove this ticker thing. It's a little relaxing. Okay, good. All right, thank you very much, Diane. Give me one moment. Aiden, where'd that come from? Thank you, Aiden. My goodness. And okay, so I've got Diane and Aiden. I was so busy chatting with you guys. Well, I deeply appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go back here. I'm really enjoying this. I'm so enjoying this whole conversation. Sure. Excellent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me one moment, guys. I'm going to grab some more water and I'll be right back. Let me put on some music for you. I'm really liking this. Honestly, Spirit's been telling you, this whole conversation thing is just the best. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing it. I mean, thanks to you, because I can't do it without you. We are doing it. We are doing it. Oh. You know, sometimes when you're afraid of something or you're whatever, when you finally get that moment when you're not afraid, you're not standing in your own way, and you're ready to do that new thing, and put yourself out there and try something different, do it. I really encourage you to do it. You know, some things will work out exactly wow, and other things, you know, but either way, you're learning and you're growing. I really encourage you, because that's how you find your life calling. You know. Okay, I'll be right back. be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be will be coming soon, especially for me. Okay, here we go. Hello again. Next up is Diane Taddy. Let me know if you donate. I've got donate. I have Diane, and then I have Aiden. Stuart is saying, mine is a personal question, so could I have a general free reading if you can't answer my question? No, dear, I'm not doing free readings. I am doing readings for donation. If it's a spiritual question, a general question that's not personal, then I will answer it. Time, as long as we have time. Absolutely. I'll get to as many questions as I can. Spirit and I are here, but the readings have to come first. And so, first up is Diane Teddy. But thank you for being here. I'm glad you're all here. Everybody remember, and if I missed any comments, okay, I see that you have a question, Santa Barbara, and I will get there earlier. Earlier? Did I say earlier? Wondering if I will materialize my spiritual power soon. Well, that is a personal question, but it's not. It's also general. I will definitely answer that. Okay. I'm seeing that with the question, there's often room for everybody. It's all about the intention of the asker. So I like your intention feels good. We will get to your question. Alrighty. Because I want to address the spiritual powers aspect of that. The truth is we all have the abilities, but I'm going to do Diane's reading right now. But just so you know, the short answer of that is we all have intuitive abilities. It's just a matter of growing them and developing them. Actually, that was the whole answer. That really was it. That was the answer. Mm-hmm. But we all have to have the abilities. This question came up earlier in the live stream too. You know what? It would be a good idea. Oh my God, I have to order another one. I love this, and it's almost gone. Oh my God. Should I panic? Should I worry? No. I manifest a brand new one because, of course, they're in abundance. I always have a full one. Always. I am allowing. Color your world, meant to be. Just flows right to me. Such a feeling's coming over me. Just getting all my cards out. Diane Taddy for April. What did I just hit to change the whole screen there? Well, that's interesting, but I don't think I need quite that much. That just was way too big. Okay. It says you're funny. Well, thank you. Okay, and for your reading, will be love and career. I would love it to be focused on career and love. Absolutely. Whatever you like, my dear, as soon as we get to you. And thank you very much. Okay, the beautiful Diane Taddy for April. For April. Let's see. Clearing my energy from all the beautiful souls I've been connecting with during the chat. Oh, you know what? Earlier today, Sage. Oh, yeah. Sage or Palo? Sage. Okay. The truth is, I like the smell of Palo Santo better, but Spirit's saying Sage. So it'll be Sage. So I was doing a it doesn't really matter. Actually, that isn't even important. This is. And I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be will be coming soon, especially for me. And the reason is clear, just because you are near. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I see. Singing is very high vibrational. In spiritualist churches, It is my understanding. They often sing. In physical mediumship circles, they sing. And in their singing, they drive up the energy. Even if it's like row, row, row your boat gently down, and then you're all singing together, and the energy's building, and the energy's building, and they do that for spirit. Now, I have not been to a physical circle yet, but I have had the pleasure of interviewing physical mediums. Um, One who was very well known just passed away today, actually, and Kaimuga announced it, and that was Robin Foy. I did not know him personally, but I watched an amazing uh, documentary about the skull experiment with physical mediumship. I highly recommend that. And Robin Foy and his wife, I believe, were the mediums, the main mediums, but they used to hold these physical circles and manifest physical things, apparitions, and that's a whole other topic. That's a whole other topic, and that isn't my personal field of study now. Maybe ever, I don't know. Maybe it will be, but not right now. But I am. It's very interestingly, as I'm talking about it, it's feeling very normal. But I want. So in other words, I haven't been to an actual seance. They call it a seance. I don't know. Maybe they do, but I haven't been to a physical circle yet. That's what they call it. I think in the past they would have called it a seance. But we sit and blend for transmediumship, and it's the energy. It's that energy. It's the most beautiful thing ever. And all of us can sit in the power when we meditate, and we sit in the power. All right. Now, Diane, here we come. Oh, that's right. You have a physical trance circle. Girlfriend, you do. Thank you very much, my dear. Yes, I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you for that. No wonder all the physical talk is coming up. Did you hear about Robin Foy? That was I mean, I don't know. Just because he was so transformative in the world of physical mediumship, as far as transforming the evidence that I saw on the video, on the freaking documentary, I was blown away. I was like, oh my God. Like rolls of film, like sealed, closed rolls of film that were just in a container in a sealed box, and then later on developed, and there were all these pictures from like all different years and like countries and stuff like that. A sealed canister of film in the physical circle, and later on was developed, and one person handled it so it wasn't touched by anybody or tampered with. Oh, you've seen that? Yeah. The skull circle. Yes, the skull circle. Yep. I believe it was spelled CSCOLE. I think it might have stood for something. But yeah, the skull circle, exactly. Brilliant documentary. So good. If you go back to the Seth books and you listen to Jane Roberts talk about her, describe how Seth was manifesting, and she saw her hand turned into his hand, and all these different physical manifestations that she would get. That's physical mediumship too. And apports and all kinds of things. It's, oh my God. It's like, I got to tell you, when I first heard about it, like several years ago, I thought, no way. I've noticed throughout my journey when something sounds like 7 years ago when I heard about galactics, I'm like, no way. So just allow yourself to just grow. Just know that you may believe something today or not believe something today, and tomorrow you'll feel very differently, and that's okay. She says death only communicated through her, but Seth only communicated through her. That is what was said, although Abraham has brought through a message from Seth, not like a whole dissertation, but Seth is there. I mean, they're in spirit, so we can connect with anybody. We can connect with Seth too. But I know what you're saying. The Seth material came out. I mean, they were really tight, and he called her Rupert. They were together in other lives. I mean, that whole story is amazing. Their material is fantastic. Her other books are great. The fiction, which is like fiction-based fact or fact-based fiction, which is The Education of Oversoul 7. Excellent book written by Jane Roberts and Seth. Some books were written just by Seth, and some supposedly just by Jane Roberts. But yeah, it's fascinating. So while I do think certain, spirits and humans are paired intentionally like they were, it's still possible to connect with Seth. The same as I can connect to Abraham. Anybody can. They tell you that all the time. And what about the P's with Wendy Kennedy? They're like, you don't have to wait for Wendy to talk to us. We're right here. It takes practice. It takes practice to tune to the energy that you want to connect to. All right. Diane Taddy for the month of April. Okay. Okay. So this is how they're coming out. All right. So we have Bobcat Spirit. Let me see if let's try something different. Let's try this. The camera is made to do this. Why not use it for what it's made to do? All right. Just stand it up a little bit, move it over. It's a document camera. Beautiful. All right. So, but I see them this way. So I'm going to show you. These two are right side up and this one is inverted. That's how I'm seeing them. Let me get them all together. It's a process. If I really plan on doing this, I can mark on my desk exactly where to put them and just anyway. I must go. Oh, thank you, James, for being here. Namaste to you, dear one. You are so funny. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so life is a mystery. I do feel, and this is number 8, by the way. So this is the number of abundance, Diane. Do I have my pen, my favorite pen? I would like to point with it. No, I don't have my favorite pen, but I have a pen. This is better. Okay, so yeah, I use my pendulum. It's better. I wanted something crystal and pointy. And that's what I wanted, something pointy and crystal right now. I needed it. Okay, so we have the number 8. The number 8. Infinity symbol. Infinity. Abundance. Prosperity. We also have this mandala in the back, which in a way represents infinite sameness and infinite abundance as it continues and goes on and on and on and on. They're talking about life as a mystery and letting spirit be your guide, which is hawk spirit, letting spirit be your guide. So allow this month to unfold. Allow spirit to guide you. The one thing they really want to point out, though, is peace. That you're not at peace right now. You're letting things bother you. You're creating things to bother you, and you're allowing yourself to be bothered by them. You're allowing yourself to put them in that category of bad and good, and so you are judging. They're saying you're resting judgment upon them. So if you can work on your vibration and being at peace this month, then everything is going to unfold as spirit will be guiding you, and you'll be higher vibrational. So you'll be aligned, right? You'll be aligned with the peace, and you'll be aligned for all this beautiful manifestation that's really right there for you. She said, your daughter is homeless? How did that happen? I mean, I'm so sorry. I know things happen. I'm just like, is she going to come stay with you? Or, I mean, that's not my business either, but well, we're just going to definitely send some. Oh, yes. Okay. Beautiful. Well, that makes sense. Okay. So she's not on the street. It's bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, can't leave California. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, so she can't leave California and you don't live in California, so she can't stay with you. So she's actually homeless. Wow. I'm doing what I can. I'm sure you are, my friend. I'm sure you are. You know what? This is, I feel like you kind of want me to. All right. Is there a message? Yeah, there is, first of all. I don't know what. They gave me this card face down, so I'm going to wait until they're ready for me to flip it. Your daughter signed up for this. This is one of those I've hit bottom, dramatic life experiences, those groundbreakers, those life shifters, those experiences that really shake you up so that you're ready to move on, to grow. Um, while you're in the thick of it, she gets narcissistic relationship. Granddaughter too. Jeez and crackers. Ugh. Hang on a minute. We got a thing there. Hang on. I'm gonna tell you everything I get, but let me get rid of that person because I just consider that really not okay. No, that's not it. Hold on. Okay. Wow. Okay. They're showing gratitude. This is interesting. Hang on. Mm. This is the peace card. This is why you're not at peace. I understand. But this is spirit's perspective here. Remember, so if it feels insensitive, it's not coming from me. It's coming from spirit. They're reminding you that you can't, if you lower your vibration and worry and fear, then you're not actually helping her. You're meeting her where she is. You're meeting her where she is vibrationally. You can hold space for her and still and hold a higher vibration, focusing on gratitude, pointing out what she does have. Well, let's see. She has her health. She has her daughter. They're alive and well. They're free of that person, right? They're free situation, of that situation, which can be really horrible. Okay, I mean those things can be deadly. All right. So honestly, being homeless is better than being tortured and dead. That's me judging it, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, sure is. But I'm trying to make a point. I'm trying to bring some perspective on the options. Listen, when I started my life over again, I wasn't on the street. I moved here with a backpack and some crystals and and my computer. I did have my computer. I didn't have my dogs. I didn't have anything. And I didn't have a place to live yet. And I had one, I had, had a little bit of money to get started. Like not a lot of money. I mean a little bit, you know, like a month's rent and a little more. I really started with nothing and I came out of an abusive relationship. And although I recognize and I own the fact that I attracted it and I did my part in, you know, playing the victim, so they played the perpetrator, whatever. I understand it from a whole different perspective now. But when I started out again, I didn't have a car. You know, I moved to a new place I had never been. I would run out of toilet paper and not be able to get to a store or have money to buy it. I mean, yeah, there was some shit. So I feel, as a human, I feel for your daughter, but I also, spirit is showing you that she's at the precipice of something great. She's on she's not quite at the precipice. She can't see over the edge yet. She can't see the good stuff yet, but she will. She will. And if you help her to see it, if you're drawn. But if you don't even have to help her to do anything. She's not broken. She's a big grown woman having her own experience. Remember, we all came here to have our own experience, and parents often want to smooth the way so their children don't have to learn anything. Although, of course, it's not really that. It's not the reason. It's like they don't want to get hurt or be upset or be homeless. But they're here to learn too. How fair would it be if you took away her lesson? Not that you can, but I'm just saying. So, what you can do for her aside from probably some financial help, which I'm sure you're giving her, is this. Because honestly, that's temporary. This is eternal. And this, but it's not exactly temporary, because if you really need money and somebody's helping you out, that's really good. That feels really good. But still, you don't want to, you want to, here it is. Here's one, here's the card that was folded over, and they're opening it up now. They're like shape shifting. She can transform her situation. And I don't normally read for people that aren't here, but this is a special situation, and I've known you for years. And this, she can transform her situation, Diane, completely, completely. She's really in a position of power. She's just taken back her freaking life. She's literally gone to the streets to be free of abuse. So now she has everything to look forward to. Okay, so she stays in California, probably has to do with the kid. Okay, great. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. So let her get, I'm not even going to give you physical advice. You guys, she'll figure it out. I'm sure you're her mom. You're going to try to help her figure it out. But the most important thing that you can do for her is this right here, is gratitude. And watch her shift. She's really at the beginning of the rest of her life. And one day she'll look back at this time. Thank you for supporting her and loving her and helping her in every way you can. And in the meantime, she will have grown exponentially. Are there things that you've gone through in your own life that you've created and experienced that you wish your mother or someone might have, you know, like not done that for you so you didn't have to go through that? But maybe, I can think of a couple of things that I could have done without, but I learned so much. I learned so much, and and these things are not they're not accidental, and they're not incidental. And she's not alone. She has her guides with her, and her daughter has her guides with her too. So I understand why you, as a mother and a grandmother, would be worried, but they're telling you to trust the earth magic. Trust, 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 trust. They are not alone. They are not alone. You are not alone. You are all much more connected. Remember, you really are all energetically connected too. All right. So sending you much love and light, sending your daughter and your granddaughter just infinite love and light. Let me just scroll down. Okay, I don't see anything else. Any other comments from you right now? All right. So there you go. I hope that resonates with you, my dear. And I will definitely send healing to all of you when I say for healing again, 100%. Okay. So you're very welcome, Diane. I hope that helps. So that is the immediate forecast for April, but it's also a long-term plan. But it's definitely right now in this now moment. And just to share something, I see her getting a small place. They're saying to tide her over. May not be fancy, just something simple. So with a roof over her head, a bathroom, whatever. You know what I mean? It'll be good. Even if she goes to a shelter, whatever has to be done, it's a growth experience. And Spirit is with her the whole time, supporting her. And I would invite you to remind her that she has guidance. I would invite you to remind her to quiet her mind, even in the middle of all the chaos. If you can be calm in the midst of chaos, that is self-mastery. Excuse me, Trixie, please, honey, come. Okay, Trixie, please. Yeah, calm in the midst of chaos. Mhm. So even if you can invite her to just quiet her mind, and you can't make her do anything, but you can ask her, you can suggest it. Just if there's a tree there, just sit down, like hug the tree for 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Or sit down under a tree just for a few minutes and just, I would definitely talk to her about grounding. That would be just to hug a tree. Um, that's really what they give me. Even take her shoes off sometimes, walk on the earth, quiet her mind just for a couple of moments. Just for a couple of moments. Even if you're talking to her on the phone and you're like, we're just going to be silent for a moment. It's just in that moment, miracles can happen. Shelters are full, 2 panic attacks she has had. I understand. And I understand. Listen, I understand that she's worried, and I understand that you're worried with her and for her. But again, as harsh as that sounds, coming from the mouth of this human who's so sensitive, I'm telling you, spirit knows that you have to raise your vibration in order to help her. You, she has to raise her own vibration. Okay, you can't do it for her. She has to get her, but you can hold the energy for her. You can do that, even if you have to do it in trance. Let's just say you just sit for trance healing. Okay. Because maybe it's just overwhelming and you can't quiet your mind right now. It's just too much. Okay, I could get that. I could totally, So they're suggesting going into trance, sitting for trance healing with a group. That's even easier. I know it is for me when I sit with the group that I'm comfortable with. Oh my god, I'm in like gone, gone so deep into trance, and the healing is profound for myself and others and anybody where it gets sent. And so that's another way that you can send high vibrational love and healing love and light to her, to them, you know. So just some beautiful suggestions. And keep yourself grounded too, my friend. And also, they're showing me like pink salt in the sink, in the kitchen sink, just throughout the day. Just salt your, just to ground throughout the day to cleanse, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And I would even sage your house right now, because of all the energy and all the conversations that have been taking place and all the thoughts that have been taking place about all the worry. Clear your space. Clear your space. Clear yourself and clear your space. Definitely. Definitely. That'll help you to have a new perspective too. Mhm. A broader perspective. Because right now, when she's like that and you're like that, and then the two of you are all like closed in this little box and you can't see outside, there's no windows. Oh my God, we could just keep each other in fear forever. You know what I mean? But just shifting the energy. Oh, I love you too, my dear. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I will say, I mean, and I'm not recommending any kind of plants or anything, but I will say that I don't know if it's legal in California. Probably is. Kratom helps me directly with what I used to experience as anxiety. Um, Granted, her thing is situational right now, but if that's something that resonates, I'm just going to throw it out there. And I have some websites that I would trust. Although she could probably go into a store, they probably sell, because I think pot's legal there. So kratom must be legal in California. All right, here we go. Thank you very much, Diane. Aiden, you are next. Now, do we have a spiritual question in between? Let's take a look. I don't think so. I think we addressed um, Santa Barbara earlier when she was asking about this. That if she's wondering, I'm wondering if I will materialize my spiritual power soon, or what my powers are and how to use them. Just general curiosity for now. The truth, actually that's a very specific question to you as a person. So, but that's like I said earlier, it's hard. I recognize on the spiritual journey, especially when somebody is at the very beginning, they don't know what the difference between a general and a spiritual question. It's just honestly, people just don't know. But I definitely address that by saying that everybody has them, and Spirit is giving you this card for that. They're saying, leap, you go first. The universe will catch you. We're right here. We're right here. They're saying, tell us what you want. Tell us what you want. You want to be, what are you drawn to do? Are you looking to increase your clairvoyance or to be more mediumship? I feel like I feel for you personally, meditation. You need meditation. I'm sorry, I said the word need, but anyway, that's what they're saying. You need to meditate, quiet your mind, and then tell them what it is that you want. I want to be a channeler. I want to be a, just and then allow it to happen. Just let them know what you want, like you just did. Like, I want my powers to materialize. Okay, and please show me what my strongest gifts are and help me to develop them. You see? Yeah. I hope that helps you. All right, and let's take a look. Oh, another one. Fascinating. All right. Well, we know how to move these. We don't pick up hitchhikers on our train, so this one's got to go too. This is a high vibrational spiritual train. We do not pick up hitchhikers. You are welcome. If you Good night, Diane. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for allowing me to read for you tonight. All right, Aiden, you are next, and I believe you are going to be the last one today because my voice is like, I love this though. I think I'm going to do a spiritual Q&A like hour, like separately, and then do readings separately too, moving forward. I feel that's, oh, the person's still there. I just thought I got rid of them. Okay, hold on. That's what we're going to do. I'm feeling the world needs um, some of the information that spirit wants to share with them through me. And so that's what we'll do. Because sometimes when I'm doing readings, other people leave because they don't want to sit for the reading for somebody else because they don't realize that there'd actually be something in there for them. And if they don't think there is in there, I guess there wouldn't be. But I do definitely feel, hello, Simon, welcome, welcome. I definitely feel um, that's something we're 100% going to do. We're going to be doing. And I feel very drawn to YouTube, although I think for now maybe we'll do it on YouTube. We'll see. We might start on anyway, don't worry about that. That's not, you don't have to worry about that. I can take care of it. Not to mention nobody has to worry about anything. There's never anything to worry about. Meaning meaning just what I said. All right. So Aiden, where are you, my friend? I know you had a specific focus here. I'm having to go back a long way. All right. And Heather, I know you've already done it, but please make sure that everybody's name who's donated is on the list. All right, here we go. Aiden says, for my reading, I would love it to be focused around career and love. Okay. I'm just sitting in the power for a moment. You're welcome to join me. A Maiden Learns Tarot. Aiden Learns Tarot. Aiden says hello. Hi, Simon. This is my last reading for the night, my friend. My throat is tired, my voice, but thank you. All right. I'm going to be doing this. Wednesday I'll be here with Kimmy. We are here also at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 to 9. I'm going to be dropping a lot of cards just now, all at once. I'm just going to drop them all on the floor. I'm going to pick them up. Be right back. Next Monday, I'll be here with you guys again, doing the spiritual. I think maybe Sundays I'll go live. I've got so many things I want to do. Oh my God, I just need help to do them. And I think I have just the people that want to help. We're going to do this together because I have to have the talk show. And then I want to have at least one solo reading show of my own. Maybe I don't know. Do you guys like when I do readings like this? Should I do it? Should I do it at least once a week by myself, or just stick with guests? Or I don't know. What are you guys feeling? I like hanging out with you guys, period. But I also like hanging out with you guys when I'm with Kimmy, and I also like inviting guests. And I really, really like answering the spiritual questions because that's exactly what Spirit's calling me to do. We might do a group or a something. I'm feeling like a small. I don't know. I have to see what it's going to be. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. But anyway, yeah, every Monday we're going to do free spiritual, general spiritual questions. And if people ask something private, we'll work it into a general. I won't, but they will. So when I say we are the we. Is that Aiden? If you want, I'm totally up for helping you. Oh my God, you're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love your help. That would be fabulous. And I know Heather will too. If you want to, of course. I don't. I like both, with or without guests. Okay, thank you, thank you. Christina said, "I like this very much." Thank you so much, and welcome, Christina. Thank you. Okay, so we'll definitely do this. Okay. All right, so we'll do so Monday. I mean, maybe I'll keep the maybe we'll do like the first hour spiritual. We kind of did that, didn't we? Maybe we do the first hour as a spiritual Q&A, and then we do the second hour of readings, because then we can even edit. I'm thinking about editing, Aiden, by the way, like the spiritual questions and answers. I would like that to be a separate thing. Not that we need to talk about that here right now, but I'm just saying. I have ideas. I have ideas, and I feel like a lot of them can totally manifest because we can do these things. All of us. There's Heather meet Aiden. Aiden meet Heather. You're both on my team, and oh my God, I'm just so excited. I've got great people. I'm surrounded by amazing people. Kimmy and Therese and Heather and Aiden now, and I'm just Spirit. As just keeps. I asked Spirit. I said, Spirit, please. I need someone who knows how to edit. I really do. I swear. I mean, and I asked for several things, and Aiden like fills the bill for several of them, including a grandchild when I don't have any children. And here's Aiden. I'm like, oh my God, he's a little boy. But you're not a boy. He's a grown man. But I'm just saying, he's like a. I just love him. I do. I just think he's great. I just think you're great, Aiden. Just saying. I know we know each other. I don't feel like I just met somebody. I feel like I met somebody again. And I know, because look at all the people you're hanging out with. We're like 40, 50 years older than you. Not all of us. I've seen some of your other younger people, friends, but I'm just saying. And there's a spiritual connection. So I really do feel, I don't feel like it's just me, but I feel Kimmy's involved somehow too. There's a like a student teacher, but it isn't, but it's more of a remembrance, and of course a co-creative, you know, relationship. How interesting. We don't just ask Spirit for what it is that you want. They will manifest it. You just have to be open to what it's going to look like. Because if you have something in your mind, like, and this is part of your reading, I'm positive. Let me just put your name up on the screen. If you have something in your mind about what something has to look like I want this relationship, and this is what it has to look like. Well, then you're limiting yourself, and maybe that's not what is for your greatest and highest good in that now moment, or maybe it isn't what's you know what I mean, or maybe something the exactly what you want is manifesting right there in front of you, but you can't see it because you have these blinders on. You can't see, this love potential, this great relationship potential that's right in front of you, because you believe that it has to look a certain way. So they are inviting you to be bold, have a breakthrough, take the blinders off your eyes, and allow yourself to be the old soul that you truly are. Okay. I know that's going to sound a little weird, because this particular brain has like only like barely 19 years of programming. But I'm telling you, they're really, really wanting to, they're saying they really want to fast track you. And you came here for this. You came here with this purpose, and it's knowing. That's why you came like straight to us. I mean, I just feel like this whole thing is really just because Spirit's right here, right now. They're telling you solitude, time to restore, meditation, Aiden. Meditation is the key. Is the key. Now you want to know about relationships, and I believe you said life, right? Career. Okay. Okay. All right. This. Now we're gonna talk about career. Hold on a minute. Which one? This one? You're a natural. You're finding your footing. You're realizing that you're very creative and you have you have technical skills, and I feel like you're enjoying it. Hang on, let me just Move this up. Hey, Bonnie, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I didn't know I was going live tonight, but now you can count on me every Monday. Every Monday, we're going to do this same spiritual Q&A, the freaky spiritual general Q&A with the readings available. At least that's the format for now. But it'll be me solo on Mondays. Oh my God. Okay, so hold on a minute. There's something in you that we have to, not we, but I mean, we would want to clear something that's telling you that you don't deserve success. That you don't deserve success. It has to do with perceived rejection in early childhood, and I really feel like this is coming out very cold, but it's coming straight from spirit. Um, they're letting you know that you are worthy, that you are loved. It's very cerebral. I feel like the Pleiadians, honestly. It's not coming out like the angels. It's coming out like just this is the facts. You're here for this, so just let go of that, and there you are. Being a human is a little more complicated than the way that our galactic friends tend to put it sometimes. But that's where it comes from. All right, to get back to the practicality of it, that's where it comes from the past. And is it your truth? No. I mean, it is if you believe it is, but it isn't if you don't. And it doesn't have to be. You can just chuck that. You can literally chuck that, and there it is. It's gone. That's how easy it is to get rid of a belief that doesn't serve you. And if it takes a little longer, again, the meditation is going to be key for you with everything. Now, what is it that you do want? I feel like it's unfolding. Let me see, Spirit. I feel like you're going to be working with me, but I don't see the bigger picture exactly yet. Right now, they're just showing me bits and pieces of it. So this is just your immediate future, by the way. We're not talking about your whole life, because I see a lot of years of great success for you. But I also see in this month, I see you and I working on more projects together and building up. And I see the team of high vibrational events, high vibration slash high vibrational mastery, growing and evolving. I see us putting out more content, like bite-sized content. Um, Still going live because I love to go live with you guys. I just love to be here. But I do believe that edited, concise information is digestible when somebody's like scrolling through YouTube. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to watch a 2 hour, I shouldn't say nobody, but I mean a 2 hour live stream, to get like a nugget of information that may be like 3 minutes long or 10 minutes long or whatever in the middle, you know, it's, it happens. It definitely happens. But I'm drawn to see those. And I do know you want to be on camera with me, and I have an idea for that too. And now I'll tell you what it is. Spirit wants to, I don't know. I'm not sure about it though. See, I kind of feel like, okay, so you're Aiden Learns Tarot, and they want me to work with you on intuitive development live. So that's what I'll put it out there. Aiden says, I saw my guide. I think I told you this. Yes, but I got the name Akala. Is it Akala or Akala? Akala? Looks like Akala. Feels Middle Eastern. I don't know if I just made that up. And they had blue skin, kind of like Avatar. Really? Ooh, that could have been an Arcturian. Let me see if I get anything. Bonnie says, I'm going to message you when the live is done. I have something good I would like to share with you. I would love that. Please do. Yeah, message me for sure. Okay. I love you, Bonnie. You're awesome. Okay, let's see. I was suddenly tuned into Bonnie's message. I feel like I know what you're going to say. Okay, I'm tuning into who is Akala. 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 All right, there's stuff coming through that I've never heard of before, so I'm just going to let it rip. They're calling it indigenous blue, a race of Arcturian or Arcturia. Is that the um? Spirit guide. I'm hearing ninth dimensional. Here to work with you on the process of remembering and recreating what you've forgotten. They're showing me the inside of a ship. I'm inside of a ship. Looks uh, the way I'm seeing it, like holographic almost. Um, Circular. I feel the energy. Not like Star Trek or anything like that. This is like this ship is a ship is. The ship is a consciousness, a conscious being as well. Everything is connected. Everything. Interestingly, though, now my human mind is telling me that in the ninth dimension that they don't have physical bodies. They don't. That okay, okay, all right. So that's why they're showing themselves to me in this, because they don't have. I don't see color. I don't see anything. But I see. I just know. How's that? It's easier because I can't really describe the way I'm seeing it. I think what matters is I am seeing a ship and a presence. So Akala is how you pronounce it, and they are gender neutral, a guide. They are a spirit guide of yours and here to work with you in the very beginning, help you to navigate your way. And this is the last card. Number 58. Stag spirit, take the lead. See, I'm telling you, Aiden, you're here for big purposes. You got yeah, this is like boot camp. This is really it. This is like wow. I'm like waking up and wow, I need teachers and oh, here are my teachers and wow, we're going to be doing this and wow. Oh my god. I feel like I really feel I don't see because you're young and there's so many infinite timelines over so many years and I'm not specifically tuning into one in particular. So I'm just going to leave it there because I want you to create your own life anyway. A psychic can easily inspire somebody to take a path, but I really feel the paths are yours. And of course, I share everything Spirit shares, but Spirit's not showing me a specific direction. So I'm sure they want you to choose your paths, but they're letting you know that, hello. One of my last questions, do you see me getting married? But I have something I've always worried about, but I know it's up to me. That's interesting. I don't see you getting married within April. A little too soon for that right now. Let's see. Oh, hang on. We have one more tag along there. We're on the love train. If you're not on the love train, you don't belong in our live stream. Sending you love and blocking you at the same time. Love, love, love. Bye bye now. I'm talking to the spam people, by the way, that are spamming my beautiful friends here. I'm saying, inbox me for your reading. I'm drawn to you. By the way, Aiden, that question earlier you asked about fake psychics. Hello, those are fake psychics. Those are people that are actual scammers. I'm not saying that one in a million or once in a while somebody might not be a real psychic or might be a real psychic, but think that this is a good way to promote themselves. It's a really bad idea. But the majority of them are scammers. And a lot of them come from specific countries. They do the same thing, and they often show you pictures and give you names of people they're not. They're just full of baloney. They're just trying to get your money and to scare you. I had one client one time years ago, but I'm really glad they messaged me to tell me this. They were so frightened out of their wits. One of these people had inboxed them, or maybe they engaged somehow, right? And got the message. And they said they were going to die in December. This is like 2 years ago. Person's still alive and well. But they told her that she or her child or whatever is going to die in December, but only they had the cure. They could help. Okay? That's a fake. That's a scam. That's a scam. So, and I get angry when I think of those things because I had a heck of a time explaining this to this person who was in a panic. When somebody can't hear you because they're so scared and they can't hear high vibration, the truth. Either I wind up getting scared with them, which of course that's ridiculous because I just know it's bullshit. Sorry, but it's true. And but I believe I communicated, and I said, if it doesn't resonate with you now, come back and read this later when you're calmer. But they're alive and well again. Yeah, that's all baloney. Okay, so married. Well, this is supposed to be a reading for just April, but let's see. You are not alone. And I know this card says one thing, but that's the answer. You're not alone. You're definitely going to be married. I see that for you. I see you smoking a cigar standing in front of a fireplace. It's a lovely home. You have a lovely home. There's a rug. There's a desk over here, wood, nice furnishings, really nice. I even see a camera. I even see lighting. I see lighting, so I feel like you guys might be doing some kind of live stream or something. Because I see these nice chairs, but they're showing me a ring light, which seems strangely out of place in that beautiful setting, which is like a library or like a really nice upscale library. Beautiful, I'd like to be sitting there right now. It's so nice. And you have a cat. A long haired. I hope you're not allergic to cats because you got a long haired white cat there. That's what I'm seeing. You might have a different animal or no animal. I mean, anything is possible. You might have a different, but all of it. This is what I'm seeing for you right now. Remember, infinite timelines. Okay, this is definitely one of your potential timelines. Yeah, but I do feel. But don't rush into it. Don't rush into it. Play, Aiden. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. I kind of feel it in a way like you're almost like when you feel needy for something, like I need a partner. That's when you want to take a look at yourself, because if you are feeling needy, like I want a partner or I want a parent or I need someone, then that energy is not of the highest vibration, and so you're going to attract someone else that's needy too in some other way or some the same way. It's going to be well, it could be great, but it could, it'll be a teaching less relationship. And listen, a lot of you're a young gentleman, and a lot of lessons, a lot of teaching goes on in relationships on this earth plane, a lot, because we allow ourselves to open up or whatever. Who knows? Whatever we do it, and we learn a lot from relationships. But I can tell you, I just know I do see you happy. They're showing me at this moment, and that doesn't mean you won't be happy sooner, but what they're showing me where you are in that library, you have some salt and pepper hair. So you're like middle-aged, and I say middle-aged, but I think that right now they're trying to like say 40 or 50 or 50, I don't know, some 55, I don't know, whatever. I guess we are middle-aged. I am, not you yet, but here you are. Here you are. Well, it's definitely not for the month of April, but yeah, there's good things. Good things. Keep playing, keep. Does it? Look, I know. Doesn't that sound amazing? I know you want it. I know you want it. You want that partner to fill some need inside you that feels lonely. But the closer, they can't do that though. And then we put these expectations on another human being to fill the hole within ourselves that only we can fill. And then they disappoint us because they can't do it. They weren't built to do it, and we're not built to fill their whole either. That doesn't sound right. They're their needs. We're not built to fix them either. We're not built to fix each other. We're built to co-create, release expectations coming from love, and not possession, like I need you. It's like I'd like to share the space with you. I like you. You know what? I like you. I love you. I love you too. It's, I'm okay. You're okay. We're all whole beings. I don't need you and I don't need you either, but we want to be together. Great. You know, Listen, I'm not giving relationship advice because in this body, I haven't had a healthy one. But I can tell you, after nearly 8 years now of choosing not to be in a relationship and being able to see through completely new eyes of the human that I am now, that I'm a whole different person. So I've been there. I've been the needy person thinking that somebody else had to complete me. A lot of us have. I've been there as a human in this life. And so I feel you on a psychic level, and I also feel you I can relate on a human level, but it isn't at all who I am now. So I have a whole different perspective, which I just find fascinating, honestly. But anyway, okay. Well, that was your beautiful reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for your generous donation. Guys, I'm going to go because my throat is tired, and I've really loved this. I mean, I've absolutely loved this. Did you like your reading? Was it good? Was it satisfying for you, Aiden? I hope that den, that space is just magnificent. You're going to be smoking a pipe. That's the craziest thing. I don't see you smoking a pipe, but I see you. I can't imagine it with my human mind, but I see you. Hopefully in the future. The cigars aren't bad for the lungs. And thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah. Hopefully it's just something to do once in a while, like I don't know. That's the mother instinct coming out of me saying don't smoke. The psychics, he's one thing. The human me is like, now be careful with those healthy lungs of yours. Yeah. You're not a smoker. I don't see you ever as God, a whole other deck of cards I just dropped. What's up with me today? Spirit, you wanted me to see which card? They wanted me to show you this and that are true. That's true. If you, that's true. So for people that are listening that do smoke, if you believe it's really bad for you, then it is. If you don't believe it, then it's not. And everything is true. That's such an interesting message in this life. This and that are true. But that takes us into different dimensions and different. It's just too big. I'm going to pick up all 40,000 cards that just dropped. Be right back. Sorry, I yelled in your ear. There you are. That's a lot of cards, like most of the deck. All right. All right. Peace, love. And you guys are all amazing. I thank you so much. I will see you here Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be with Kimmy Siegel. Thank you so much, Heather. Oh, it's getting tired myself. I know, right? But this was good. This was really good. And says, right now, I don't think I will ever smoke, but things may change when I'm 50. I prefer it personally. If you just didn't smoke at all, just prove me wrong. Just say, you know what? I guess that part of the reading wasn't right. And I'll be in spirit saying, yes, good job. No smoking. Not good for you. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you. I'll see you Wednesday with Kimmy. I'll see you next Monday here again. And expect us to start the interviews really soon. Aiden's going to be helping me with the schedule, and well, we've got this whole team building thing going on here. I'm really excited. Okay, I love you guys. Peace.